Hey there, it's Casey Dimon here from TaxSaleAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me for our weekly tax sale question segment. This week's question comes to us from Mario. Mario says, I'm looking at doing a suit to quiet title, but they seem to take forever and they're very expensive. Can I just do it myself? Mario, first off, thank you so much for submitting your question. And this is something that is asked from time to time. People want to know, can I just do it myself? Do I really need that attorney? So first off, for those who are watching this that are not familiar with what a suit to quiet title is, let me give you a very brief overview. And I have other videos on suit to quiet titles. Just search my channel and they'll pop up if you want all the details. But in short, when a property goes through tax foreclosure, the title to that property is called clouded in the eyes of the title insurance company. Now, most real estate transactions sold through the conventional market will come with title insurance. This title insurance is an insurance policy that guarantees that there's nothing wrong with that chain of title. Now, you could always sell without that title insurance policy, but your selling price would be reduced accordingly, of course. So title insurance is a guarantee that there's no other liens, no other mortgages, claims, or anything like that, for example. So, as I mentioned, after the tax foreclosure, after it goes through tax foreclosure, the title is considered clouded, meaning you cannot get this title insurance without additional action, which means you can't sell for full market value. So one of the solutions is called a suit to quiet title. It's an actual lawsuit where you are suing any party that has a potential to make a claim against that property. So in the end, what will happen is the judge will sign off and they will quiet their claims, the defendant's claims, all the people you name in your suit to quiet title, which will allow you to get title insurance if done properly. So back to Mario's question. He was interested in doing the suit to quiet title himself to save time and to save money. So first off, let me address that time issue. In most situations, it's not actually the attorneys that want to hold up the process, at least if you have a decent attorney. Yes, they might take a few days here and there, or maybe a week or so if they go on vacation or whatever, but most of the time, it's the requirements of that suit to quiet title process. There are stipulations that allow, say, a 30 or 45-day response for the defendants that you serve, and also the docket itself can get backed up if you're in a busy court system. So these issues and that, these timelines and stuff, that's going to be around state law and your local caseload. So take that into effect. Usually it's not the attorney holding it up. Secondly, let's talk about the money issue. Sure, it's expensive. Can you do it yourself? Yes, you can absolutely, if the property's in your name and you represent yourself pro se. If the property's in an LLC or corporately owned, then you likely cannot represent yourself in court since the LLC or the corporation is a separate entity. You cannot represent them without a license to practice law. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, you're going to file it and they'll probably just reject it for you, or you might even get in trouble. So understand there's two separate entities if you're using a LLC or a corporation. You have them, and then you have you as a person. So nonetheless, if you own it personally, you could file pro se. But to be completely honest, I do not recommend that you file it yourself. First off, there's a chunk of money that the attorney will get. He'll give right back to the court system, right? He doesn't get everything. There's filing fees and there's service fees and title searches and that kind of stuff too, right? They're obviously going to keep a lot of it for their time and stuff, but there's a good chunk they have to pay out. So it's a very complicated and rather complex process as well, and they do deserve that money. There's a number of stipulations to get it done correctly, and if you screw one of those up, the case could very well be thrown out by the judge with you having wasted hundreds of dollars in filing fees and hours preparing everything, just get it tossed. Or you could end up with some sort of bad language, some sort of language that does not meet the qualifications of the title insurance company. And even though that judge might sign off on it, after the fact, the title insurance company can say, listen, that does not meet our requirements. So you went through that whole process and you still can't get title insurance, which means you have to start all over again. So, at that time you've wasted quite a bit of time and quite a bit of money trying to do it yourself when it wasn't successful. So while I don't really recommend it, you can certainly do it. If you do decide to do it yourself, be prepared to spend quite a bit of time educating yourself on the suit to quiet title process, and even consider hiring an attorney to do one, maybe your first one, that you can closely follow prior to attempting your own. That way you can kind of take notes along the entire process if you really want to do it yourself. Now, as far as price is concerned, my advice for a suit to quiet title is to shop around. If you want to use an attorney, get referrals from other local tax sale investors, as they will likely know the best and most cost-efficient options in that specific area. You can also use multiple properties in one suit to quiet title to help you leverage that price down a little bit. The cheapest quiet titles that I've ever done were usually priced that way because I was saying, hey, here's 10 properties. I want you to do a suit to quiet title on all these at one time. So it kind of gave me a little bit of leverage to back the price down some. Now, you do also have a couple of other options outside of the suit to quiet title process in order to get that title insurance if that's desired for your selling objectives. Now, I've discussed all these in other videos, so again, search my channel and stuff, but you could get a deed from a former owner, or you could utilize the tax foreclosure certification process, so make sure you search for those videos as well, which should definitely help you out if you don't want to go the suit to quiet title route. So Mario, I hope that this has answered your question. If you have a follow-up question or anyone else watching this video has a question, feel free to leave it down below in the comments or leave it on any video that I have here on YouTube, and I'll definitely answer it, and I might just shoot a video like this one. So again, hopefully that helped you out. For more information on tax sale investing, just head on over to TaxSaleAcademy.com. When you're there, you grab this book right here, Tax Sale Playbook. The book itself is free if you just cover the nominal shipping cost, which is less than $5 if you're in the United States. Hey, take care, folks, and make it a successful day. See ya.